Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa. And Raymond James. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's taken down at the
a tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To Chris Godwin. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
Complete to Cade Otton. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mayfield to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running the toss to Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Irving. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. No, in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Lawrence on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this one too low. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at #10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
The Bucs offense and veteran Chris Godwin getting set for this next drive. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season, currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Mayfield down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
In punt formation.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence. Thomas has got it. Complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He fights him off. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
They've got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Offense retains possession.
Lawrence will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks. Yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So out come the Bucs now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Complete to Cade Otton. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
At the 10-yard line.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 9.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin with career touchdown number 75. And the Buccaneers are once again back in front. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Lawrence. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Kalijah Cansey. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Once again, it's Irving. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jaguars 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's Lawrence to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Here's 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No. But you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try the left side. Sharp. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Complete to Emeka Egbuka. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A run up the middle with Irving. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Taken down by Jair Brown. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Jaguars 10.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a first and 10. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 9.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
A gain of 4 brings up third and
Here's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
yards on the play. That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And they'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Urban. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jalen McMillan from 6 yards away. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out come the Jags. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Jaguars first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
His 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Watson. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Handoff running left, Irving.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Here's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
Now Watson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
This is caught by McMillan. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a handoff to Irvin.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's sharp.
Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
To throw, Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a give, right side. Sharp. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sharp. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Sharp. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end and feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. McConnelly's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs,
they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.